Athletes from across the country are in Houston this weekend competing for a spot on the USA Low Point Wheelchair Rugby team. They have faced personal and physical challenges, but as Reka Mudaraj shows us, it hasn't stopped their competitive spirit.
The requirements are what's expected of any pro athlete.
The best talent, the best teammates, guys with a great work ethic.
This is the first ever national tryout for the U.S. Low Point Wheelchair Rugby team at the Zone Sports Complex.
We're not patients, we're athletes.
Jeremy Hannamore from Seattle wants a spot on the team.
In 2004, I was a motocross racer at an indoor track. Went over a jump, guy hit me in the air, bucked me off my bike, landed on my head, broke C6 in my neck, so left me paralyzed from the chest down.
Wheelchair rugby is his life now, but Hannamore says it took some convincing.
I went out to my first practice after Murder Ball came out, and I haven't left since.
Quadriplegic rugby was developed in Canada, and the original name for the game was Murder Ball.
Murder Ball, the 2005 documentary, was the first time many had heard of the high-octane wheelchair sport that combines rugby, basketball, and hockey with players rolling around in Mad Max-style wheelchairs.
We can hit each other as hard as we want, try to lay each other out. It's pretty intense.
Some of these players did their rehab at Tier Memorial Hermann. The rehabilitation center hosted this tryout.
Then they come to Tier for their inpatient rehab. Then they end up going to outpatient rehab, and then they go home, and for years it's been, and then what? And this is where Tier and Memorial Hermann picks up the ball and says, there's no then what. Next is let's get back to community physical activity.
Peggy Turner says this event is the perfect example of what Tier wants for its patients.
Independence and inclusion.
That's what Coach Steve Curley is looking for as these athletes vie for a spot on the national team.
But life is still what you make of it.
Reka Mudaraj, KHOU 11 News.
The 30 players who make the cut this weekend, they don't automatically make the team. After a training camp that lasts several months, the team will be whittled down to 8 people, and those players will compete in the World Games come July in Birmingham, Alabama. So it's already competitive right there on the court, and then you still have this process you have to go through.
Boy, they smack people around, don't they? That's physical.
That's
great.
Is.
Glad to see it.